Hey friends, Sean Francis here from Kawartha Lakes Fit Body Bootcamp, and this video is about the scheduling policy at Kawartha Lakes Fit Body Bootcamp. So I sent an email out probably a week or two ago reminding people to please schedule their training sessions, and the response, most people were really good about that. They said, you know, not a problem, not a big request, and we can do that for you. Other people had some concern and issues, so I just wanted to address some of those points and explain the importance of why we're asking you to schedule. So when you joined the bootcamp, you would have got a welcome email from Kawartha Lakes Fit Body Bootcamp, and in the welcome email, I just want to go through it here. The first part, under the client management system, it talks about how we're giving you access to this system with an email, a login, and temporary password, and that it's used to schedule your training sessions. So there's a bit of a hint there as to the requirement to schedule, but then certainly when we go down later on, under the training times, in the kids play area, the information board training area, nutrition, results tracking program, there's an area on here, and it talks about the scheduling policy, access to training and scheduling policy actually. And it says, and right from the email here, which hopefully you have, if you don't, we can get it back to you if you'd like to read it. It says, joining Kawartha Lakes Fit Body Bootcamp, you will have full unlimited access to our training for the duration of your purchased month or longer based on a signed agreement. We ask that you please utilize the online scheduling program to schedule your sessions in advance, as this will help our trainers to better prepare for each session based on the expected number of participants. If you are unable to keep a scheduled session, we ask that you remove yourself from the scheduling system a minimum of 12 hours prior to your session, so that those who may be on a waiting list will have the opportunity to join in on that session. We understand that unforeseeable circumstances may interfere with your training from time to time, and that sometimes you may not be able to cancel your scheduled session within the 12 hours prior to training. We understand this. However, should you fail to unschedule yourself more than 3 times in any calendar month, your membership may be frozen and you may be requested to meet with the program manager to determine your continued access to our training program. So that would have been in your welcome email, hopefully very clear and an understanding, but just to enhance and go on to that, you know, the big 3 reasons as to why we're asking you to do this. Number 1, it's the session design by numbers. Basically, our trainers, our coaches are in there trying to put together the best training possible, and they do that with an idea as to how many people are coming. Now, the night before, as we're designing these programs and we're coming up with how the training's going to go, they're logging into this management site and they're seeing, okay, I've got 25 people coming tomorrow, I have 35 people, I have 18 people, and it helps them prepare a better session for you. So overall, you will benefit by taking the time to go on and schedule, because our trainers will be able to design better, more interesting, more fun, more accomplishing training programs for you. So that's number 1. Number 2, the maximum numbers by our insurance. We're allotted only 40 people on that spot, plus the coach at any time. So if we don't have people scheduling and then people just sort of show up, if we ever go above that number, obviously it creates an issue because people didn't schedule, and then it creates the issue of those who scheduled versus those who didn't. So if we had 40 people schedule, 10 didn't, who should be given priority at that training session? And obviously it would go to those who scheduled. So we want you to basically lock in your training times and ensure that when you want to come, this session is there for you and you can schedule and you can get in and do the training. And then number 3 goes with the whole concept of goal setting, accountability, and prioritizing training. So there's a reason, hopefully, that you've joined our fitness program here, and you know you've got a goal that you want to reach, and you've set that goal. And to be able to accomplish that goal is going to require you to get in and do our fitness program as well as follow the nutrition program, but at least do the fitness program a minimum of 3 times a week. Now, preparing and planning, just like before you go on a trip, you may go online onto Google or use your GPS to plan the route. This is you basically planning how you're going to succeed in that goal. You are planning that you are going to come in 3 or 4 times that week. You are planning the days and times you're going to come in, and you're making yourself basically accountable to reaching those goals. It's also the idea of prioritizing. This is very important to you to reach your fitness goals. So you are basically sitting down and making 30-minute appointments with yourself several times throughout the week where nothing will interfere with this. You reaching your goal, basically 2% of your day. So it has to be a priority. We want you to schedule and not just leave it to the night before and say, well, if I have time tomorrow, because obviously that shows us, and it probably speaks volumes of you, that the goal you're after is not that much, not that important, right? We want you to set it out paramount that nothing will interfere, just like you would make an appointment for a hairstylist or a dentist, a doctor, a lawyer, or anything else like that. It's important that you set those schedules so when you go, they have time to see you. The great thing is that we don't charge you if you don't show up, where a lot of those other places may. There may be a cancellation fee, or there may be a fee if you don't show up. They may just charge you. We don't do that, but what we do, because we want to make sure that you're getting results, and it's part of the contract we have with each other, that you are paying for a service to provide you for results. We are requiring you to come in and do the training to get those results, is that you're setting yourself up to actually come in and succeed with the program. So, and if you're not, and as I said, I mean, 3 times within a month, we're going to call you in, possibly freeze your membership, and redetermine how focused you are and how dedicated you are to reaching these fitness goals. Now, we want people who are 100% confirmed and dedicated towards our fitness goals. We are a transformation center. We're here to help people get in the best shape of their lives, to lose fat, lose inches, gain energy, gain muscle tone, have fun, be great, and we have to get you in doing that. And obviously, if we're not a priority in your life, then we have to open up the doors to other people who may see us as more of a priority to reaching their fitness goals. So we want to be that sort of #1 spot for you, where you go and you get the great results possible by coming in and doing the program. And if you're not coming, then we have to question, whether or not we are the program for you. Now, there are other fitness centers in the city, and I understand that. None of them require you to schedule, and that's great as well, depending on what you're looking for. At the same time, if we're talking local gyms and rec centers and programs and whatnot, you don't have to schedule, but they also don't care if you ever show up. You'll probably never get a call if you haven't been there in months. They don't care if you ever get results. And really going it on your own, whether you you basically know you have to be motivated to get in there. You have to know how to put together a fat loss program or whatever your goal is that you're after, and you have to know how to use the equipment safely. And if you don't, it's basically a recipe for disaster. So we're offering all of that, and all we're asking is that you get online. It takes a few minutes. It's a brilliant program that allows you to schedule a week, a month, maybe even up to 2 months, I think, in a matter of 2 to 3 minutes, and set those as priorities. Set those as that hair appointment that you can't miss, that lawyer's or dentist appointment that you can't miss, that specialist doctor's appointment that you can't miss, and show up and do it, and don't make it a, if I have time. Or I think one of the emails I got was, what if I decide to sleep in or something like that? Well, obviously that speaks to the priority of your goal. So make this an important goal. We are very dedicated fitness professionals here to help you reach your fitness goals. We want to see you succeed, and all we're asking is that you please go online and schedule your training sessions. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. You can get me by email at Sean, S-E-A-N, at kawarthafitness.com, or you can catch me on the phone, 1-800-643-0551. Extension 0 goes right to me. Again, just reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns. Thanks for watching this video, and all the best.